Sylvanians, and I make videos about Sylvanian families, also known as Calico critters, and today I have an unboxing. This is an ice cream cart from the Sylvanian family's Easy Buy range, and I bought this on AliExpress. There have been lots of ice cream shops released by Sylvanian families over the years. I have this soft ice cream stall, which is in my park area, and that's run by the Hawthorn mice. And I also have this stall with a turquoise roof, where Seamus Polar is selling the ice cream. And that was also released in a yellow colourway in Japan, with a Whiskers cat mother running it. In the UK, Elsie Buttercup the cow had this ice cream cart. It's a bike with a little freezer at the front and has a beachy vibe. I guess I should also count the Waddle Penguin Baby's small ice cream cart too in this roundup, but we have also had bigger shops. This is the Seaside Ice Cream Shop, which is quite colourful, and I love how the counter looks, kind of supported by 5 ice cream cones. There was also a fancy creamy gelato shop released as part of the Town series, and that is run by the Maple Cat Mother. But back to vehicles, there was this white van, which went with the ice cream van driver and seller polar bears Vincent and Viola Beaufort. But in Japan, this wagon was blue and run by the Silk Cats. But this is the current ice cream wagon in most places. It's pink with a bunny theme and run by Amelia Snow as part of the baby amusement park range. And again in Japan, the 2024 Kuji featured a recolour of this wagon in blue with more of a seal theme. But back to this cart, I think this is relatively new and I first started seeing it last year. I'm pretty sure this is part of the Easy Buy range, which is only released in certain countries, and so I haven't been able to see it in the UK yet, but that's not to say that it won't eventually be released here. This set does come with a figure, Mother Amelia Snow, in a nice ice cream print dress. There's a wagon, lots of ice creams and a little table and some stools. I don't think the babies are included though. On this side we have some more ice creams and also how it connects to the Treetop Koala scooter. I do have this as well. It was another AliExpress purchase from the Easy Buy range, and that's nice that it can be connected up. Here is some more promo pictures again. And the same one is on the front, and this is a sticker. It's all in Chinese, I think. And as with all sets, we have everything included laid out on the side. On the bottom it does say imported to the UK, so maybe it will eventually come here. I'm not too sure, but either way I have it now and let's get it open. Oh, and the top looks like the same pictures as before. Okay, so here's everything included. I'll just get the main pieces out of the bags as well. We have some stickers to put on. They have some cute graphics. There's some instructions as well, where to place the stickers and how to do the ice creams. More information here, including how to set it all up. Maybe I'll do the stickers first. And there's the sign. They went on quite easy. Let's take a look at the figure first. This is Amelia Snow, the White Rabbit Mother. She looks pretty regular with the white fur, pink nose and pink ears. She is the Easy Buy version, so it just has the moulded tail rather than the pom-pom one. And her dress is a really simple one. This is the kind of satiny material and it's all just singed rather than hemmed. And then there's elastic at the top and the waist with holes for her arms to come out of. That is a bit bulky at the back as well. And the fabric on these isn't my favourite, but it does look quite good, especially with the printing. There's pink and yellow stripes on the top, and then this skirt looks almost donut-like to me with kind of strawberry sauce and sprinkles. I'm not quite sure what the blue is meant to represent. Maybe there's a blue ice cream? No, I can't see one. Oh, maybe the one on the top of the ice cream stall. Even though this is an Easy Buy figure, she still has all the articulation at the head, arms, and legs. Just a little bit stiff there, but she is very cute. I do really like the White Rabbit family, and although the dress texture isn't my favourite, it does look quite nice and the colours are bright. They've kind of missed out the printing here. I assume that was purposeful to look like little cap sleeves, but it is cute. She also comes with a little visor, I guess. This is solid yellow plastic. It reminds me of ones in the build-up blind bags for the babies, but this is a very malleable plastic, so it can stretch around her. And yeah, I think like that. So it just shades her eyes from the sun while she's scooping ice cream. I think that looks cute. I'll keep it on like this for now, but probably won't permanently, as this can leave indents in the flocking. I want to make the stall next, so let's take a look at it as is. So there's this brown piece below which kind of looks like the texture of a waffle cone. That's really fun. And then the rest of it is plain shiny white moulded plastic, I guess to look like ice cream, and it almost looks like it's dripping around the top. This actually feels like quite nice plastic. And there's a wheel here and a hook, so that is for the scooter, I think. A gap underneath, I guess, for the rest of the ice creams. Some holes up here. These hooks, I know, are for some included pieces. This almost looks like more storage at the top. There's ice cream moulded on the upright support. And then this big blue ice cream on the top, which is kind of the roof and to support the sign. This is really nice. It's kind of a minty colour with brown and pink sprinkles painted on. Yeah, they're not moulded, but the blue part does have a kind of ice cream texture. And then there's a yellow one on top for an additional scoop. I think it looks really nice. The shape is quite fun and it doesn't have like that large of a footprint, which is quite useful. There's a little handle here as well, which I assume we can use as a little push along part for Amelia. This sign goes on the top. There's a line there which should match up with this one. Yeah, now we can see what it's selling, as if it wasn't already obvious from the massive ice cream on the top. And this piece as well, which is kind of like bunny ears made out of waffle cone. And that clips on to the top yellow one, I think. Yeah, or just in there. Aw, I like that. These little items are wheels and stools, so I'm going to put them on as wheels at first, just so we can finish how the stool looks. They just push on, and Yeah, that helps it roll along. This also rolls as well. And I think that looks really cute and ready to be pushed along. This little piece is kind of a shelf for the ice creams. I think they show it like that, which hides the spoke when it doesn't have the wheel on. And this sign that we put the sticker on has all the different flavours on, including that bunny ears like would match with the roof. And that can just stand like that. We have a little table for once you've bought your ice cream to eat them, and this is really adorable. It has a conical shaped support to again look like a waffle cone, and then the same creamy coloured shiny plastic for the top of the table. I think this is adorable. And actually I just showed you these on as wheels, but they also kind of look like ice creams. Same waffle design on the bottom, and then yellow on the top with pink and mint colour for a pretty design. This one is a bit pixelated around the edges. Same as that one actually, but they look fine from further away. And then with Amelia we can have that set up, but she does need something to sell, which is where all of the ice creams come in. Just moving down a bit. Here are all of the small pieces. In fact, we do have an ice cream scoop. This is the same kind of creamy plastic, and I believe there is some functionality with this, so we'll take a look at that in a moment. But the rest of these are cones, ice creams and toppings. These are the little ice cream cones. We've got holes in the back so that the figures can hold them now that we've lost those lovely gripping hands. There, you can just put them in like that, and then from the front they're at a nice angle for the figures to look like they're eating the ice cream. Yeah, pretty nice. There are 7 of those. And then some different ice creams. So these are what they look like. Some have a slit in the top and others do not. So this one looks like chocolate with some white sprinkles on. They have a really nice texture actually. They're not just completely smooth balls, which I kind of thought they might be. And they do also look like they have been scooped with this kind of extra bit out the bottom. This one is also chocolate but has some sauce painted on, and then again that hole that I mentioned before. So I guess they can be put in the scoop like that and then held on if you squeeze it, and I guess, yeah, kind of pretend like it's been put on with the scoop. That's probably a bit more tricky than just putting it on normally, but still fun. And that is what the ice cream looks like when it's on top of the cone. Going through the other ones, there's an orange. This is a very vibrant orange. Maybe it's more of a sorbet, and that one is smooth on top. This one is also smooth on top. It is pink, so maybe strawberry, with some red dots, though weirdly they are only on the front. I wish that was all the way around, but I guess it means that it is definitely one way to face the front. This one doesn't have a slice either. This one is also pink, so the same probably from behind as the other one. But this has a kind of purple swirl, so maybe this is a mix with lavender. This one also has a swirl, but in yellow, maybe vanilla. That isn't the neatest, but I suppose with a marbled ice cream it wouldn't be that neat. And that one does have a slice. And this one, which I assume is strawberry again, with some brown parts to look like a face, maybe chocolate chips, and that one does have a hole on top. So here we have some of those little additions. So that is bunny ears, I think, cat ears, and it's smooth on the back with the indents just there. And mouse ears, perhaps, not too sure. So we could make this into a bunny. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Definitely makes sense on this one with the face. But I suppose any of the ice creams could have a little waffle part stuck in there like that, and it looks cute. There is also one final little insert which looks like cream with a cherry on top. So what is left? This one. Yeah, so that's now a chocolate ice cream with chocolate sauce, cream and a cherry. So a really lovely dessert. There are more of these pieces to fit into the ice creams than there are ice creams with holes, but that's still fun and you can mix and match. And let's make some more ice creams as well. This has the holes, so ice creams can just fit in there like that, and they look nice and neat. Or they could fit in here as well. I think these spots on the front are for the ice creams when they're not in use. And the little flowers look very cute, but they also work for just keeping the ice creams in place. Though we only have 6 holes and 7 cones, so maybe one has to be held by a figure. Looking at it from this side, it is really neat to have everything all laid out, and these little slots here are for the waffle parts and I guess the cream one as well, and that just slots in. That looks really cute if you don't want the ice creams to have the ears in, although I do think this one in particular looks a little weird with the slot and nothing in them, so I am going to make it a bunny again. The hooks that I pointed out at the back are for the scoop, so that can hang up there, and also the instructions also say it can be for the visor, like that. I quite like it on the figure though. So that is everything included in this new ice cream cart. I think it's really cute and I love all the different ice creams and how they can be mixed and matched with the little waffle toppings. The tiny table and chairs are very cute too, and I love how the chairs can be used as wheels. The instructions do also show a really neat way of folding everything up into the cart, so I'll show that in a moment. But yeah, although the Easy Buy range I think was originally created to make some simpler pieces and figures, items like this and the koala scooter are actually really detailed and quite different from the rest of the range. So even if they were designed to be cheaper, they don't feel that way. I think the ice creams are the same mould as other ice cream carts, like the pink ice cream wagon. I never actually got that one because I always thought it looked quite big, and I already had the 2 ice cream shops in my collection. This one's much smaller, and I think I can kind of justify having all 3 different ice cream shops and have them serve different purposes. Where this one is more scoops of ice cream, the soft ice cream shop is Mr. Whippy type soft serve, and the other wagon has more ice lollies for sale. I definitely don't need any more ice cream carts now though. So I did mention that this can all be folded up, but before that I want to put some figures in to see how the scale looks with some babies. Here are just some random ones. We have Charlie Cottontail, Luciana Marguerite, and Nicolo Fontana, the latte cat newborn. The primary pictures did show this with babies, so that's what I'm using. Yeah, Charlie can sit up, and Nicolo can stand on there as well. Let's put Luciana Marguerite here, and actually I wonder if these can be held by the babies too. The holes are quite big, so they might drop off. No, that looks alright. I mean, it's a massive ice cream, but she can hold it, sort of. Actually, that is one thing missing. I guess the cones can't really be placed on the table and would maybe need a stand. Or if I got some bowls, then maybe the ice cream scoop could fit in there and they could be sharing a bowl of ice cream instead of a cone. This might be, yeah, that might be a bit big. Or I could have a plate instead. And 2 little spoons. Okay, there we go. I guess a plate wouldn't really be used, but I think it looks okay. The scale definitely works with the baby figures. It probably looks okay for the children too. Yeah, maybe a bit better. I really like how that looks with all of the figures. But now I want to fold everything up. Okay, so the table fits on here and goes into the top. All of the ice creams go in here, supposedly. Oh, no. And this is how they suggest putting everything in the cart. It does look very neat. And now Amelia can push it along to get to her spot or take a ride on the moped and pull it along. I wouldn't be sure that the little scoop and visor would stay on for very long though. So that is the Easy Buy ice cream cart with Rabbit Mother Amelia Snow. I think this is a really cute set and I wish that it was more easily available. I think this cost me about £16 on AliExpress when I ordered another item as well, which isn't too bad, and it didn't take long to be delivered either. I don't have any information on if this will become available in other countries as well, but I do think it's a really fun piece if you can find it, and certainly takes up less space than some of the other large ice cream shops and wagons that we've seen in the past. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you like Sylvanian families, then subscribe to my channel as I post videos every week about everything Sylvanian, including unboxings like this, as well as all the latest news and announcements.